Although last time I did go to the hairdressers was a bit of a nightmare because I asked him for a number 2 all over and he did a poo on my head.
What is it about straight blokes being terrified that another straight bloke is going to think they're gay?
He says his place of origin is, I kid you not, a town called Al-Jizya. Is that his porn star name or an offer I can't refuse?
Like, so what do you do? And I'm like, well, my husband's working from home, my son is schooling from home, and I'm hiding in the bathroom.
Henn. Help! Ah, yes. Great, thank you. I have no idea if you can hear me or I am doing the right thing by being involved in this. Thank you so much for returning for the second part of the third season of live from the Henn House called Henn Nights 2021. Hello, people. Please, if you can hear me, comment. If you can't hear me, comment. If you can comment, that would be great, because the more comments I get, the better I feel. Also, my job as a host and MC is to encourage you to chat to us. So, on the right is a QR code that you can scan if at any point during the show you laugh out loud, or as I like to call it, lol. Yeah, so if you lol, scan this one here, right, and then donate some money to my children. Also, I'd like to talk to you tonight because I feel that I should spread the warmth in the room. So if you would like to talk to me, the QR code, the other side, StreamYard doesn't mirror, right? So, yeah, that code there, right? Yeah, that one. Scan that and you can come into the studio and you can talk to me. You can say, hello, how are you? And I can ask you questions like, how's your lockdown going? How's life? All that sort of, I was going to say jizz, all that sort of stuff. What's happened apparently last week I overshared. I overshared about my personal situation. I said that me and my wife were on a break, that she'd left the house, and it was a trial separation. But apparently I shouldn't have said that. It's got nothing to do with you. It's got nothing to do with you. It's apparently that's a personal thing that I shouldn't have shared. All right. So I apologise. There's nothing wrong with my wife. It's me. I'm the one to blame. It's all my fault. And I hope that when things get back together, back to normal, because we have now, we are listening to the data rather than the dates. The science is being... I was so pleased with my... I can't believe I'm actually saying this. I was pleased with my Prime Minister. He seems to have hit the nail on the head. Although a lot of people are saying he wasn't doing the data, he was doing the dates. But I think he was doing... I do believe he was doing the data.
From the 8th of March, 29th of March, then the 12th of April, the 6th of May, and the 17th of May. We'll begin no earlier than the 21st of June.
There you go. Dates, not data. Data, not dates. That's what he's saying. But on the 20... What did he say? I didn't even listen to him. I don't listen to him. 26th of June, right? We should all be back in the theatre doing live comedy. Yay! What could possibly go wrong? Apparently, it's not true that Boris and Bill Murray are doing a remake, and they're not going to call it Groundhog Day. They're going to call it Groundhog 365. But let's hope that things will just... I know that last week when the announcement was made, everyone seemed to think it was all over and they were all going out and doing it. But hey ho, there's a bright golden haze on the edge of the meadow, so that's good. We've got some great comedians with you. I'm just talking now, by the way. No idea what I'm saying. We've got some great comedians for you tonight here in the Henn House. We have, we got friend of the show. We got Dave Luck. He's coming up in a minute to see you. Av's out and about spreading the news. He's finding out news. He is asking people the questions that we need. So periodically, which is like every now and again throughout the show, I'm going to go and see what Av's up to and see if there's any breaking news. So let's see.
Where are you?
Yeah, we're going to go see Av sing now. He's got some breaking news. Av, what's your breaking news? Av.
Hello, Steve. Just been announced. It's coming in. The British have voted to leave the EU.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, from He's always on it. He's current and he's with us, and that's the main thing. I've just got a few more things to say because we're waiting for two comedians, and I do hope that I've shared the link. But please, people, if you want to come and have a chat with me now, come into the studio and have a chat. Scan this code here with your phone. It will bring you into the studio. We can have a chat like we're at the theatre. That'd be nice. Who wants to have a chat? Put your hand up if you want to chat. If you don't want to chat, put it in the comments. Say, no, we're not chatting with you, you strange man in red. That's a Chris de Burgh song. Strange man in red. I was warned as well that I shouldn't sing. That's very good. Right, okay. No one's going to talk to me, are you? No one. All right, if you don't talk to me, I'm just going to wait here until you talk to me because David Luck is going to be in the building in about 45 seconds, people. So you've got 45 seconds to leave me a comment, 45 seconds. There's a song, isn't there, about that? To come into the studio, Maud. All right? Nobody wants to come into the studio. It's gonna break my heart. Here we go then. Right, I'm just going to go and see David. There we go. I am just going to see Dave. Hey, Danny's arrived. Danny will be with us later. In fact, yeah, I'm going to go and see David. All right, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen, back in the Henn House. Friend of the show. It's David Luck.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Hi, David. You all right?
Yeah, good. How are you?
I'm all right. Are you looking at the camera, or is this some? Are you mad with me? Have you turned your back on me?
No, sorry. I got confused again. With the inverting the camera and that sort of thing.
Yes, no, because it doesn't mirror. I get exactly what you're saying. That is good. How's? I haven't seen you all year, really. Well, we haven't in the Henn House. How was Christmas?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it was great, not being able to see loved ones and not receiving, messages or gifts from anyone. It was like, my perfect Christmas in many ways. Although
Good. I'm glad.
maybe I shouldn't have said that.
You didn't get any. You didn't get any gifts. You must have got a gift. You got a new tie.
No, I always wear this one, I'm afraid.
Okay.
I suppose I did get one gift. If you count prolonged solitude as a gift, then
Sorry, my ears went then. If I count what?
if you count prolonged solitude as a gift,
Wow. I've never seen prolonged solitude. I bet they rock it in Kettering. David, I'm going to come back to you after because we're going to talk about the show that Thy and Us does. Me and David do a music show every Sunday night, and it's rocking. But David is not here today to talk about music. He's here to He's here to talk to you about life. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Leave the comments. Say hello for David Luck.
cheers. I'll start with some good news. I've joined an Italian football team, but when I played a match, I got electrocuted. So I left that club and instead joined DC Milan. Me and my mum were talking. She said, "Why would you want to make your shoulders wider?" I said, "No." When I said I fancied going abroad, as a kid, if I misbehaved, my dad would get incontinence. Sounds weird, but I definitely remember him saying, "You're in trouble." I was at home this week, and my dad said to my mum, "I wish the sun would come out." I said, "Look, just because I don't have a girlfriend." Strange times we're living in. Many things in life are indescribable, or at least they would be if that word didn't exist. Speaking of which, Mussolini once sent me to a vessel in the ocean where there was nothing but root vegetables in the shape of penises. So I can now say that I know what it's like to live in a dictatorship. I saw my chemist about a downstairs problem. I went back on Monday. He said, "How was your weekend?" I said, "Well, it's still a bit sore." I rang my doctor. I said, "Doctor, for 3 days, I've had a temperature." He said, "Everything has a temperature." I saw this famous actor called Nigel trying to find an optician. I said, "Are you looking for Specsavers?" I went to a fitness event and tried to sell my sofa for a few grand. Turns out that's not what Couch to 5K involves. My mate Gary, for charity, he ate loads of biscuits and then shaved his head. We now call him Gary Baldy. I tried to make a dish using really heavy mushrooms, but unfortunately I just wasn't strong enough. This week I went out and bought a parsnip. In other words, I paid for my dad to get circumcised. You know, this guy recently, he sold me some food that he said was guaranteed to cause diarrhea. And I tell you what, he really gave me a run for my money. You know that weather guy, Michael Fish, who said there wouldn't be a hurricane, and then there was one? Is that where the phrase "sounds a bit fishy" comes from? Me and my mum were watching telly, and she saw a famous person that she recognised. She said, "Oh, look, it's him." I said, "Well, who do you think it was?" This guy said to me, "I'm going to wear a copy of a Stephen King novel as a hat." I said, "Okay, on your head be it." My mate said this book he's been reading is a real page turner. I didn't even know paper could have a sexuality. I'll just leave you with this. This guy said to me, "I've been having sex with Harry Potter's godfather." I said, "Are you fucking serious?" This has been interesting. Thanks for the comment, Sherlyn. Thanks a lot. And yeah, I've been David Luck. Cheers, guys. Thanks.
David Luck! Excellent. I do like Harry Potter's Godfather one. That's I'm fucking serious about that as well. It's very good.
I like it as well.
Well, I thought I'm sorry. During your set, did you see something pop in unnecessarily?
If you meant the Prime Minister of the UK, then yeah, I did notice that. Yeah.
It's part of the. We're doing a thing called a caption competition. So like I was. Do you mind if I bring it in over you? That sounds bad.
Yeah.
Oh, right there.
To the side of me. That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So we're looking for captions for that, for example. We're also looking for a caption for this. I don't know if you can see that clearly. That's a prince and his princess. But for how much longer, I don't know. Then there's the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Any thoughts on that one, David?
I don't know.
Okay, good.
It's a bit tricky because he's just so indescribable, isn't he? So,
Well, yeah, I bet people could. Oh, and then there's this one, of course. No, right. It's
So,
all right.
Charles-
What?
Charles, have you ever felt one of these on your head?
Hey, that's very good because that's actually got a little bit of innuendo. I do like a bit of innuendo. Stay there a minute. Don't go away. I'm just going to try something.
I did think of
okay.
a couple of the others you showed actually, but never mind.
Oh no, I can go back. I'm always good at going back. That one?
Is Megan saying, "Oh, Harry, when can we get a camera that does colour?"
Ah, see, that's very good. That's very negative there, though. Right, that's good. I can't get out of that now because I've put it into full screen. So I'm just going to get rid of it by doing that, I think. No, that'll do it. Okay, and we're like that, and we're like that. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hen Nights with me, who knows exactly how to do technical shit. Right. So I'm just going to say, David, I'm going to play a little clip of our music show that we do on a Sunday, if that's all right.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to this one, am I? Was it? No, not next one. The next one. But I'm still looking forward to this one. This is
right.
David's Clever
No.
Kicks, the hiss. What?
Wrong artwork, sorry.
Is it? Oh, fart.
It's more like Motorcade again.
Okay, I'll just change that now. Hey, there you go.
How do you do this? I mean, honestly, like, yeah.
It's the magician inside me. Get out,
Yeah,
Paul
yeah.
Daniels. Yeah, he says you're going to like this. Not a lot, but anyway.
Do you want to see something disappear? Yeah.
Standing on the corner, step into the street, peek into the village, the house band sounding sweet.
There you are. See, that was me and David talking about music. We love music, don't we, David?
Yes, absolutely. We have to. It's a bit difficult because we have to record that show when I'm undergoing an episode of the other half of my split personality.
Yes, I felt that would come up. I didn't want to talk about it, but yes. But if you want to see David in a different light, let's say, then join us on Sundays at 9 o'clock. You can find us on Luck and Hen on Facebook or on David's Facebook page. If you're not following David, then you should be following David, and you should be following music. David wants to say something because that is the universal sign of, hold on a minute, mate.
Yeah, well, can I just ask, sorry, what was the first image that we looked at, sorry? As in the first one that popped up before the black and white one, sorry.
It was Harry Maguire.
Yeah. Is that evidence, an evidence submission for the case that heading the ball causes mental illness?
Yes, more than likely, David. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I'm going to bring in... I'm not here. Why am I not here? That's weird. Can you see me? Hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Well, why? That's funny, isn't it? I have no idea what happened to my camera. Well, that's me. And fantastic. All right, I'll tell.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Where's Steve gone? Is it just me and you?
It seems like it, yeah. Is he trying to set us up, do you think?
I think he's having. That technical issues is all bollocks. I think he's playing the games.
Yeah, no offense, but I thought you were happily married, weren't you? So,
Is anyone happily married?
Well, okay. Matt, I thought. Okay, correction. I thought you were married.
Can you hear me? But you can't
yeah, married.
see me.
Yes. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
You can't see me though,
Oh,
can
now
you?
there's,
That's
now there's three of us in this relationship. Okay.
I have no idea what I'm going to do. So I'm gonna take you all away, and I'm going to bring in Justin. Justin, are you ready to start without any introduction? Just nod because I can see you. All right, I'm going to introduce you to Justin. He's going to carry on until I come back and say I'm here, and I'll bring you two back later. All right.
Okay, Steve. Just maybe try to turn the light on.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Amazing. I knew that Steve was a magician, and he successfully made himself disappear. Wonderful. Hi, everyone. My name is Justin Shaw. I am a comedian, and I currently live in Ontario, Canada, specifically Hamilton, Ontario. Now, a little bit of just a geography lesson here. You might be wondering, what does that even mean? Canada, for those of you that don't know, it's kind of like America's attic. And Hamilton, Ontario is kind of like Toronto's basement. So it's like I live in the basement to an attic. It's where America keeps their Christmas decorations and their cocaine. It's okay, the living here, not the cocaine. That's fine. But I live with my fiance in Hamilton. It's quite lovely. I just got engaged. Thank you. Pandemonium. Oh, the crowd goes wild for the cheap pop. I got engaged. I'm so excited. I'm excited to get married, and it's going really well so far. I don't think we'll ever get a divorce, though. And it's not just because we're in love or we'll overcome any challenges that come our way. It's because I don't think I'm smart enough to know how to get a divorce. This will be her second marriage. She's been divorced previously. She filed for a divorce, and when we started seeing each other, she showed me some of the documents. She's like, "Oh, I just had to do this," and I was like, "What does that?" There's so many words. It made no sense. It was like you needed to have a degree in advanced literature just to make heads or tails of it. Also, the fact that I think there's such a thing as advanced literature should tell you my relationship with the written word. I love to write, but I hate to read, which makes sense because I love to talk and I hate to listen. So our relationship is really going great. I do want it to work out, though. Again, not just because we're in love, but because when I'm single, I'm really bad to myself, specifically with my diet. And it's not to say I eat bad food or I eat too much. I get strangely inventive when it comes to fast food. Specifically, I would go to McDonald's. And I know there's a McDonald's in the UK. They're everywhere. But I would go to McDonald's and I would get a little junior chicken burger and a McDouble cheeseburger. Individually, that's fine. But what I would do is where it gets weird. I would take the junior chicken and put it inside the McDouble cheeseburger, making a triple layer burger of beef, chicken, and depression. And I named this, called it the McGangbang, which is not an officially licensed McDonald's menu item. I order off the menu. And the funny thing about the McGangbang is no one who eats the McGangbang gets invited to actual gangbangs. Or gangs, for that matter, with or without bang. But I wouldn't order this at the restaurant itself. I would just order the individual burgers and then go home and eat it in the privacy of my own shame. And I couldn't do it because I couldn't go to a McDonald's on Wednesday at 2 a.m., go up to this poor cashier, look them in their minimum wage eyes and say, "I'd like a McGangbang, please." I have some self-respect. Dating, though, when I was single was really, really challenging. I grew up on a small island in the east of of Canada. It's called Prince Edward Island. It's where Anne of Green Gables takes place. This old rustic kind of little island that is doing better than anybody in the pandemic. All they had to do was shut down the bridge, and they just quarantined on their own island. However, I understood that's where mussels come from. I just saw a comment. Mussels come from there, but not mine. I could use some mussels. But anyway, Prince Edward Island, fun fact about it, it has the largest population density per square kilometer than any other spot in the country, meaning there's a lot more people in one confined little area, which, long story short, it makes your dating options pretty limited. You could walk into a room and either run into your ex or your cousin. But because it's a small island, it could be both. I wanted to date somebody from the mainland, or as we called it back home, the future. It was important to me. It was tough because on Prince Edward Island, if you're on Tinder on Prince Edward Island, you better have an Ancestry.com account as well to help you out. And if you screw up and you end up going on a date with your cousin, you can end up having a baby that looks like a member of the royal family. You don't want any mistakes there. But I remember when I was very young, I was going to church with my mom because that's what you do for fun in PEI. We're going, and she said, "You see him there? That's your second and fifth cousin." Which is it, my second or my fifth cousin? Oh no, it can be both. I don't know if the lifeguard was just not on duty at that end of the Shaw family gene pool, but there is a person that is in our family that is both my second and fifth cousin. I don't know what's more astonishing, that someone could be related to me twice, or that my family keeps track of fifth cousins. Why? And Jeff Foxworthy, this American comedian, he used to have that bit, "Oh, you might be a redneck if your family tree is a reef." Well, Jeff Foxworthy, my family tree is an infinity loop. It just goes in and out of itself. And in the center crux, there's just a very confused baby going, "Where do I spend Christmas?" It's me. I'm the confused baby. I'll leave you with this though. Fifth cousins. I mean, isn't that just other people? Aren't we all fifth cousins? And I'm aware I look like a guy whose first kiss was with his cousin. But I'll set the record straight now before I hand it back to Steve. I did not kiss my cousin, but I did bang her sister. Thank you so much. Cheers. Cheers. The crowd goes mild.
Hey, I like that. I did hear all of that. I have no idea what's going on. I think maybe sharing my presentation slides on Google seems to have confused my camera. We've lost Av anyway. Av's gone. So I don't know where. Let's have it. Let's bring David back. Have you met David? Justin, thank you.
I think so. We were chatting a little earlier.
There we are. Oh, news. We got some news just in. That's great. Hold on. We got. Where
are you? Let's be having you!
Let's go see Av now. He's got a weather update for us. Av, what's the weather like in Wolverhampton?
Shit.
That's Av, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I don't know where he's gone.
Here, Steve. Look.
Oh, funny. Yeah, all right. Yeah, he's trying to make a point that if you turn the light on and off, that it wasn't that. It was something to do with. All right, thanks, Av. Justin, thank you so much for doing the show. I'm going to just get rid of these two here, and then have a little chat. So thanks very much.
Yeah, no worries.
For doing this. Did you tell them where you're from? Canada, in Newfoundland, and ish?
Oh, I told them that it was 90% of my entire act was being from the East Coast.
That's good. That's all right then. So, are you enjoying yourself being in lockdown?
It's tough. It has its ups and downs, mostly downs on the couch. But upside, shows like this, you don't hear laughter.
No.
Some say, "Oh, isn't it kind of awkward doing online comedy?" And I thought, well, I'm already awkward, so this isn't too bad. Also, I don't have to leave my house. I can just stay here. Am I wearing pants? That's the question.
Well, if you're
So it's
anything
got
like
some
me,
benefit.
you're not. All right. Hey, thanks so much. I'm going to go because I don't know where I am in the world at the moment, but thank you so much. And we'll have you back on the show.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Justin. Justin Shaw, everybody. Thank you. He was woo, woo. Let's just go and check in with David. David, thank you so much for opening the show, and thank you for staying with us. It's very much appreciated. I might see you later. You can stay on.
Yeah, I can do. Yeah.
Okay.
I've got no friends or family to speak to, so yeah, I can do. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
And no
All right.
other rooms in my house that I can use. So.
Okay. All right, Dave. I'll be back in a bit. All right, and let's just go and check with Av. As long as he's not going to take the mick out of me and my lack of lighting. How's your week been, Av?
Oh, you know something, Steve? It's hard out there dealing with people.
Yes, that's true. It is. What's the worst thing that's happened this week, Av?
Oh, we talked about this. I don't know if I should say. I shouldn't blame a particular group of people in the UK, but they're annoying.
Are you talking about those people?
Yeah, those people.
Well,
Just say
I'll
it.
tell you what. Well, no. Let's see if the people who are watching know what sort of people we're talking. Although that could open up a whole can of worms. No,
Yeah,
tell it. No.
Don't forget. Over 50% of people voted for Brexit here, Steve.
Well, yes, over 50% of people are starting to realise that they were listening to the wrong people. So, yes, go on, tell me then. Who are these people that are pissing you off?
Cockneys.
Excuse me?
The Cockneys.
I thought you were bragging then rather than telling me about a certain lot of people. So what's wrong with Cockneys, as if we need telling?
Well, there's nothing wrong with them. They're just been a pain. I found them a bit of a pain dealing with this week over the phone.
Can I just say, though, for the balance, not every Cockney is annoying.
Have you watched EastEnders?
Shut up! Get out of my pub! No, I haven't watched EastEnders, mate. Why would I watch that? Listen. There were cups and saucers everywhere. It was bloody marvellous.
Do you know EastEnders was pro-Brexit before Brexit?
How do you know that?
Have you been to London recently? It's full of Eastern Europeans. And they're not on EastEnders, not one.
Oh, good point. You're saying that in a multicultural area that one lives, it's not represented by any sort of political government or news BBC. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. When I was a kid, they only had one Asian bloke and one Asian woman on EastEnders. And it's taken them 20 years to get an Asian family on there again, with two Asian families. That's not London. Have you been to London?
Yes, no, I have been to London, but not recently. There's a pandemic.
It's Nigel Farage's worst nightmare.
Yes, indeed. We love Nigel Farage. That's a joke, by the way, if anyone's listening. Now, look, I'm going to bring in Erwin Hopkins because I reckon he might be a friend of yours. That sounds weird. But I think you and Erwin might get on well because Erwin's here today because I met him recently and he said he'd like to come on the show. I'm not exactly sure why, but he felt that coming on the show would be good. So maybe we could have a chat with Erwin and then see if that helps. And I don't want to do the caption competition until the end now, Av, just in case it kills my camera again.
Okay.
Is that all right? Just so I can get the go. All right, funny fart. All right, let's see if we can see if Erwin's there.
Right.
Hey, Erwin, you all right?
Hello.
How you doing? You all right? Good to be here. You don't mind if I have this, do you?
No, that's fine.
That's okay. I just I want to control, like, just in case you edit me funny.
Tony Benn is in the audience.
He's controlling the narrative, Steve.
That's it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because I've done stuff before. I've been tampered with. Do you know what I mean?
Have you? We all wish.
I'll set it up.
Thank you. I just thought you were taking the mick out of my camera there, saying that you've got 2 cameras and I've got one that doesn't work.
Oh no, that's your inferiority complex, mate. Not me.
Well, actually, it's a Logitech 290, but that's fine. So, Erwin, did you want to? Because Av's a budding news reporter. You could ask him questions if you want.
Fantastic. What? Wait, you don't work for the BBC, do you?
Oh no.
No.
I don't work for these kind of establishmentarian bollocks people.
You're not a Satanist.
Vegetarian.
No, I'm vegan. If that's okay, kind of it's on par with that, isn't it? Kind of thing.
Yeah, it's acceptable. No, well, I don't really. What do you mean, Steve? What would you? In case I got a few questions to ask myself. Well, I tell you what, I got maybe a reading. Because well, I don't know if you're familiar with the Nexus alternative news magazine.
No.
Yeah, it's a fantastic publication. Bit mainstream for my taste, to be honest with you. Like, it's a bit kind of like low-hanging fruit, you know what I mean? It's like alternative news, but you can find it in W.H. Smith next to Country Life, that type of news.
Okay.
But nevertheless, I found an article in here.
Right.
Apparently, according to Joseph D'Souza, you can find a solution for coronavirus buried in a time capsule 1.412 nautical miles from the apex of the Great Pyramid in Egypt, and they've even done a diagram. Yeah, and apparently it's right beneath the right paw of the Sphinx.
Right. Av, I'll leave that one up to you because you're the budding news hound.
So the right paw of the Sphinx.
Yeah, so Joseph D'Souza, I actually know him from on the circuit, on the truth skeptic circuit. He's actually proposing that a solution to coronavirus is buried in a time capsule beneath the paw of the Sphinx. This is all in print, okay? Why would they lie? It's in print. At the end of the day, I got this from my post office, W.H. Smith, and it says there's a time capsule with a cure for coronavirus in there.
Why hasn't no one told Boris?
Exactly. Well, the point of the article is, they say, so what we're going to do, we want to, President Trump, Putin, and Xi of China, all the other world leaders should request the President of Egypt to authorize the Egyptian Ministry of Antiquities to conduct an above-ground echo sound of the area, and then flush it with pure oxygen for 24 hours to kill the deadly fungus, and then eventually we'll have something which is more effective, a better solution than the current vaccine. But people, they're not, do you know what I mean? They're not.
Can I tell you have you say something? But
you going, Steve? Go on.
Well, I was just going to say, Erwin, and I don't want to be rude, right?
Okay.
It's a little bit too highbrow for our audience.
Oh,
I see. So you are like the BBC then, yeah?
Well, what he's saying is that no one's watching, basically.
Well, all right.
That's what he means.
Yeah, so I am like the BBC.
Fair enough. Yeah. Right, so what are we going to do then? Or is this just a party or what?
No, I know you wanted to come on and do your stuff, so you can do your stuff in a minute. Were you going to say anything before I said about that?
No, I sounded racist, so I'll leave it.
Oh, no, please.
Unlike you.
Unlike the BBC.
Oh, I see. Okay. I wouldn't have a clue what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know what, though? We got 88 pages here, so if you want, I can just read the whole thing back to back.
Look, I'm gonna I'll see you in a minute.
Thanks, see ya.
All right. Thanks, Av. All right, Erwin, you're here for a reason, I imagine.
You know what? Like any opportunity to win a few new recruits. You know what I'm saying?
I don't understand. Okay, I'm going to just bring you in. Okay.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Erwin Hopkins.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, my name is Owen Hopkins, as you've heard there. I am the acting president of the Abu Dhabi UFO Society. I say acting president because I am the only member at the moment. Proud of it. 100% of the membership. Thank you very much. But it feels wrong to imply that I want to vote. You know what I mean? As soon as I get enough members, though, I probably definitely will. But sorry, I'm aware this is supposed to be a comedy night, but I'm not one of those guys who plays by the rules. You know what I mean? Like, you say comedy night, I hear recruitment opportunity. It's just the way that I'm wired, right? You say jump, I say how, why. It's why I'm here and you're there. Now I'm broadcasting live tonight from inside the headquarters of the most prolific UFO spotting service in the county of Gwynedd. And no, I gotta say it's in the whole of Cardigan Bay. I'm sorry to the Nuki truth hunters, but sometimes the truth hurts. So put a bit of cream on it and back off. Now, a lot of people, they can't get their head around what I do. Do you know what I mean? They're not on my level. They always say the same stuff like, "Oh, Erwin, you're only doing this to get some mates." No, I'm not. I'm a natural lone wolf, born alone, die alone, have a cappuccino. I didn't expect have a cappuccino. Or they'll say like, "Oh, Erwin, why don't you get a job? Don't you miss being busy?" I'm like, yeah. Does this not look busy to you, my friend? Huh? What about this? Does this look busy? 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 Does this look busy? Does it, mate? What about this? What about this? Does this look busy? Does this look busy? Does it, mate? What about this? Does this look busy? Does this look busy? Does it, mate? What about this? Does this look busy? Yeah, and that was before I went digital. Don't ask me if I'm busy, my friend. Oh, no. If you read your Northwest Wales Gazettes, you will realise I am a bit of a local celeb because back in 2018, I lost my little daughter, Kerry. She was 8 years old. A bit of context, me and her mother have split. I was looking after her one night, put her to bed, quickly popped out for a few hobgoblins and like a pickled onion. And by the time I got back, she was nowhere to be found. I mean, you explain that. Very spooky. Very, very spooky. Now, I believe that she was abducted by a benevolent alien race. Obviously, you get your skeptics, people who think something else happened to her. Some of them even try to blame me. No, it's like my neighbour, right, Gareth Ranger, excellent carpet fitter, but a bit of a shit talker. He claims to have seen Kerry in the back of Evil Mick's Vauxhall Astra bound for Bristol. And it's like, all right, the only guy in the area with a history of child abduction happens to have my child in the back of his car at the exact moment she's abducted. Does he? Okay, yeah, fine. Oh, I believe you, yeah. Then you got like Chief Inspector Powell of West Wales Police calling me up going, "Oh, Erwin, we found the body in the River Avon that matches your daughter's description." It's like, I'm sorry, boys. Back off. I've got my own investigation running, thank you very much. I'm fine. I just got a brand new telescope, the Stargazer 44, hottest telescope on the market in my price range. I'm doing fine. Keep your body, keep your evidence, shove it up your ass for all I care, because the truth is out there, and you know what I mean? Like, I think my issue is like no one's on my level. I'm so frustrated. Like, I walk around and there's just no one I can gel with in my area. So I spend a lot of time in my own head. And one of the things that I do is I do a bit of arts and crafts. What can I say? I'm an artist, and I never shared my work before, but fuck it, since I'm here and nobody's watching anyway, I will happily share. This one of mine. Look at that family likeness. This is my daughter Kerry, like her father, and this is a friendly alien accomplice. We'll call him Mr. like Paper, and no, I can do better than that. We'll call him Ken. Ken the alien, training up my daughter Kerry to be like a little Princess Leia in his ship, and she's playing around and he slaps her with his tentacle. "No, Kerry, you've got to focus on your training, And one day he'll be back with his father, But there we are, whatever. This is an heart attack. Yeah, rest in peace, Neil Buchanan. Is he dead? I don't know. Is he dead? If you are, rest in peace. Thanks for the memories. If not, Then, come back, man. Yeah. The 4:30 p.m. slot on CITV has gone to absolute shit since you've been gone. I should know. As a father of a missing child, yeah, I do like to keep up to date with what's happening on kids' television. So what? Because one day, when she comes back from a little joyride out of space, I'll be waiting, and she's going to have a lot to catch up on. So I'm just, early bird catches the worm. And actually, people misunderstand it all the time. I tell you what, there's some great ones out there, like Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig, right? I think people say to me, "Oh, Erwin, you know what? You're watching Peppa Pig reruns at midnight, drinking fortified wine. Don't you think that's a bit tragic?" I'm like, "Yeah, but if I wasn't watching Peppa Pig, I'd be screaming at my own reflection." So, on the continuum of tragedy, I'm pretty cushy. Thank you very much. Yeah. And some of it's quite philosophical too. Like, you ever seen the episode "Mr. Dinosaur Gets Lost"? Do you ever see that episode, Mr. Dinosaur Gets Lost on Peppa Pig? Yeah, I got a minute left. I won't go into it. Let's just say Mr. Dinosaur is a toy, George Pig's toy, right? And one day he goes missing. And George loves Mr. Dinosaur like a child, like maybe a daughter. And everyone in the community saying, stop, just give up. You're never going to find your daughter. You're never going to find Mr. Dinosaur. And then one day, guess what? Despite all the negativity, he finds Mr. Dinosaur. So he's not crazy. It just resonates with me. Anyway, thanks a lot. That's me done. And actually, if you want to join me at some point, you can. I'm in the free website.
Where are you? Let's be having you!
Av's back. Hi, Av. We've got some breaking news. What's the breaking news, mate?
Yeah, I've just been told. I'm sharing it now. Tea's ready.
Av Singh in Wolverhampton. Thanks very much. Sorry about that, Irvin. We had to have a bit of breaking news there. I
lost my head a bit.
We might have cut your website off, which is probably not a bad thing, I would imagine.
I've seen. I'm actually between websites. You can find me in the Three Guineas pub in Caerphilly. Every day. No, you can't. You know what?
What?
I was going to say pubs are not open, and I banned from Caerphilly. Anyway.
Gosh. I used to do a joke about Caerphilly. I used to say, now listen very carefully, which is a lovely place in Wales.
I like that.
Thank you very much.
Well, actually, it's not, though. It's terrible. I hate it.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Factual inaccuracy, but the joke was lovely.
Oh, thank you very much. That's the best thing about a joke. I hope we've helped in some way, Erwin. I really have. I didn't realise it was going to get that dark about, and I don't want to talk about it because it's your.
Well, you know what?
It's your. I don't want to say even the word loss. Do you know what I mean?
No, well, exactly. That's the thing. I don't mind talking about it. It's everyone
Obviously.
else who's, I've just got to get the word out. The more people I can win over to my way of thinking, the better. The more chance that when she does come back, we'll be like a sort of model family for whatever this is.
Well, I have no idea. But thank you so much, Erwin. I really don't know how to follow, continue, or carry on. But okay. I will say this. I loved your drawing. Was it your drawing?
Yeah, one of my own, these. Yeah, you know what? I could knock up about 12 of these in 10 minutes. Easy.
I don't want to give anything. I don't want to give you too many of my ideas. I've given you my Carefully joke, but you could put those on sale and then put the money towards researching a rocket ship to go and get your daughter.
That's a fantastic idea, Steve. You know what? And I'll name it after you as well. Unless it's one of those ones that explodes when it's time to take off, and they'd be quite tragic.
I've been accused of that a lot of times. All right, so. Thank you so much, Erwin. I'll see you again. You take care.
I'll be back. Don't worry about that.
Keep in touch. And people, if you hear anything about Erwin's thing, then get in touch. Erwin, bye-bye. Thank you very much. My goodness gracious me. I wanted this show to go zing, zing, zing and be over in 40 minutes, right? I'm 15 minutes over my time. But that's all right. We're going to go... I'm not sure. We'll come back to Av. We'll go straight over to... I sent a letter to America, and it was received by I want to say it right. It's Danny Rydell. I'll get a nod if I'm right. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to America now. I see already by her background that I'm halfway to heaven. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Danny Rydell. Hello.
Hello. Great
How
to see
are
you, Steve.
And
Wonderful.
you?
How are you?
I'm going to put you into full screen, as it were, because I think people won't be able to see the joy of the Starship Enterprise.
Yes. No place I'd rather be.
What you mean? But if it wasn't a pandemic, you'd still rather be there.
Well, we'll see. I'd rather bring Dr. Crusher down here to help us work on that vaccine.
Well, yes, that's right. Or the medical emergency hologram.
Yes.
Yes. You could take him everywhere then.
Right.
Which is good. If we're going to get too geeky, we ought to have I should put a disclaimer, really. That, warning, geek alert. You're obviously a big fan of Star Trek and the Tribbles.
Sure. We could call my cats Tribbles.
Oh, they're your cats. They're your cats. I suppose
the Tribbles. Interesting episode. Not many people know. Fun fact: it's an allegory about the importance of spaying and neutering.
No way. Well, that's. I'm glad. If you can learn something new every day.
Well, Gene Roddenberry is not going to say otherwise at this point, so I'm sticking with it.
This is your allegory. I always thought that was in Canada. So, I'm not going to talk about your cats because I assume you will. As they're in your display. Yes?
Yeah, they're you know how they are. They're needy children and they need attention.
Yes.
So
I'm being very good. Look, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to let you get on with your bit, and I'll come have a chat with you afterwards. I'm going to move this now. Things technically, it's not going perfectly for me. I'm going to be honest with you, but
it happens.
It happens. So it is Rydell, as in the High School Musical.
That is how folks usually remember it. Yes, but the spelling is like the stemware.
Wow.
So when I got married, that's how I learned to remember to spell my last name because I'm such an alcoholic. But
right, I'm going to let you do this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from a place in America called I've forgotten. I only spoke to her earlier. Where are you from, Danny?
I'm from the beautiful city of Philadelphia.
Philadelphia, that's right, cream cheese. Right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Philadelphia, it's Danny Rydell.
Thank you. Yes, I am from the beautiful city of Philadelphia. I love it here. As far as American cities go, at least like my neighborhood is the place to be. Just to give you an example, my district's state representative is most famous for having a professional portrait made of himself flipping off Mike Pence, subsequent to which he famously told Mike Pence to, quote, "Get out of Philadelphia or get bent." That's where I live. It's awesome. Anyway, I just came from an AA meeting, which is what I call putting fresh batteries in my vibrator. I am really an alcoholic, although I prefer the more flattering term inactive lush. It's nicer. And the biggest problem I've had recently is I'm locked in the house and have spent the last 11 months watching everybody else discover how great day drinking is. And how come when I did it, it was a problem? You need to go to meetings. You need to stop drinking during the day, said everyone who's now been day drunk on a daily basis for the last 11 months while homeschooling their kids. Glass houses, people. You know what? I'm judging you now for not being open-minded enough to try day drinking before there was a universal excuse to do it. Yeah. I was ahead of my time. But you know who else besides me is an alcoholic, actually? Literally every Disney princess ever, especially 90s or before. Think about this, right? Like the childhoods they had. If you watch a Disney movie as an adult, you just can't enjoy it anymore because you just watch and just can't help thinking which princess is going to have which PTSD symptom when she's in her 30s. Cinderella, for example. She was like a prisoner in her own home and subject to just ridiculous psychological abuse. She didn't need a husband. She didn't need a fairy godmother. No, Cinderella needed child protective services. And Snow White, her stepmother resorted to murder for hire. You think a kid's going to come out of that normal? Please. She's somewhere right now, like cutting herself, crying out for parental approval, and shit-faced on Angry Orchard. Plus the consent issues. Don't get me started on Sleeping Beauty. This motherfucker kisses her. She has sleeping in her name. There was no yes. At least the prince who kissed Snow White thought she was dead. I'm really not sure what's worse. Anyway, but no, like every Disney princess, 90s or before, definitely alcoholic with CPTSD, no question. Except maybe Ariel. If you remember The Little Mermaid. So The Little Mermaid is an interesting character because she had a kind of a healthy childhood, but she was a hoarder. Lone set of psychological issues. She had a cave in the ocean where she would collect all the garbage that reminded her of the guy she had a crush on, right? And sing songs about it. And just hear me out. I think her problem got worse at the end of the film because the Little Mermaid becomes human to marry the prince. So she has legs now, which means she has a clit now, right? Well, no, I think she always did. I think the mermaid clit is just like, it's just right there, like under a scale. I mean, that's why mermaids are depicted in a lot of mermaid lore, like, following motorboats around like this. Anyway, so I think she always did, but she's definitely now got a room in Prince Eric's castle where she's just hoarding vibrators. But of course, still singing about it, naturally. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Eric thinks this one massages my feet. I've got rabbits and dildos aplenty. I've got bullets and rockets galore. You want Hitachi wands? I've got 20. But, have you ever noticed about vibrators that the best vibrators are always the ones that weren't supposed to be vibrators? Like, your Hitachi magic wand was actually supposed to be a back massager. The pocket rocket was actually supposed to be for like sensitive parts of your feet. And like, your rabbit with the pearls in the shaft, that's missing from someone's Bacchanalia tablescape right now. Oh, and the classic discreet little silver bullet. Okay, that one's meant for your clit, no question. Anyway, listen, it has really been a pleasure being here today. I just want to part on a serious note and ask everyone to join me in supporting a very important humanitarian cause. There are a lot of women suffering in America right now. There are a lot of immigrant women specifically suffering in America right now, and I'd really like to help one of them. So you can join me in doing so by sending Melania Trump some batteries for the vibrator I sent. It's never been more needed. The suffering must end. All right. I'm Danny Rydell. Thank you very much for having me on the show, and everybody have an awesome day.
Hey, Danny Rydell. When you said send some batteries to Melania Trump, I was thinking that was for Donald to get him working again. But... Yeah, no, that is good. I'm a magician, and I'm going to be honest with you. I've never heard of a Hitachi magic wand.
Really?
Is
Okay.
is it white
It is.
with an egg on the top?
Yes.
I have no idea what you're talking about. So enjoyed that. Although you shocked me when you talked about Ariel's, but because to me it's still a cartoon.
I mean, it's mermaids have to.
Yes,
You know?
definitely they have to. Otherwise, there'd be no mermen.
Right, there'd be no merlings.
Merlings.
There we go.
Merlings the magicians. Very good. I know Av is gagging to get in on this conversation. So let's see what other news stories Av's going to bring with us now. Av, come and say hello. Oh my goodness, you've shocked him.
I was all with you, Star Trek, and then he went very dark. I was like,
sorry,
okay.
Wrong one. Sorry. It didn't go dark in dark.
Well, not dark. It just went like it went the other. It went like you know what I mean. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I can watch The Little Mermaid again with my kids ever again, though.
No,
She's not a good role model for kids. I mean, like that's a pretty big change to make for a man you barely know.
Oh, I just paid a full year subscription for Disney Plus. What am I going to do with that now?
Yeah, but that's for The Mandalorian.
I was going to say, watch The Mandalorian and Hamilton.
Oh, do you know? Oh, right. My musical collection suggests otherwise, but I'm not. But I like the idea of Hamilton, and I really wanted to watch it, so I watched it on and I only got halfway through. I didn't enjoy it. But is that because it's not live? Would I enjoy it more because I do like a musical? Don't get me wrong.
I think it's something you need to like listen to before you see it, so you know what they're saying, and then you appreciate it because it's fast. It's
perhaps it's too fast for me.
I mean, I have the whole thing memorized. If you,
bless you.
I'm just not convinced about the rapping. That's all. It's out of context of the era, isn't it? Doesn't work for me.
The creator said it's the intention was it's supposed to be the story of America yesterday as told by Americans today.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, it wasn't the whole story, but it's a Broadway musical. You know, they had
I'll have to give it a go. I'll give it a go now. I've got Disney Plus. Can I just say, when I saw you on the Star Trek Enterprise Next Generation, I was thinking Andorian.
I do have some blue face paint.
Oh,
I was just going with your hair and because you're wearing blue, and then you just need the antennae.
Oh, little bit of things. Yeah. Very, 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 very good. Right. Well, that's been an exciting bit of chat. That's been a good chat there. So, hey, Danny, I'd like to get you back and to do your 7 of 9 at some point.
Would love to.
That'd be great. And I would enjoy that because I like Star Trek. Not sure about Hamilton. I want to go and see Jagged Little Pill though. I discovered that in lockdown. That was Alanis Morissette's musical. The girl who sings in that is brilliant. Av is either doing his Live Long.
I'm trying to get my finger over.
Yeah, we've heard that before.
A little exercise to practice. Do one finger at a time.
Is that? Yeah, I can't. Anyway. Let's all geek out together. Thank you so much. Danny, Rydell, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll see you soon. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Hey, that was fun.
Yeah, it was good.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
I
don't know. I'm
know you're not
by
a big...
myself. I wouldn't know where to look.
I know you're not a big fan of ladies' toys. I know that, but that's fine.
That sounds wrong, Steve.
Well, I tell you what, I didn't know it's called a Hitachi magic wand. So I'm going to see if I can get one of those for my next magic trick.
Hitachi
magic wand.
Hitachi make nuclear power stations as well.
Yeah, well, this could fit inside.
That could power it, could it?
I'll tell you what, it probably could. Now, do we want to try and do the caption competition? People, we can try. I'll tell you what, let me just check your next news item, and then we can do that after. Av, breaking news.
Hello, Steve. I've just heard. It's coming through. It's regarding. It's Gavin Williamson. He's a twat.
Thanks very much, Av. Well, how about that then?
Oh, I'll just come back in now. That was quick, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'm sure they all believed you. Right. So, So hopefully it should work now. I'm thinking because I've connected it to the other computer. So if I do that, yes. Right. Okay. Good. So this was our first caption. Do you have a comment for that one?
Whoever smelt it, dealt it.
Now that's interesting because I got. I didn't know Dudley Dursley played for Man United.
Who?
Dudley Dursley, Harry Potter's brother,
Oh.
type person. What did you say?
Whoever smelt it, dealt it.
Okay. Oh, that's really small writing. The human cost a footballer club. This human cost a football club 80 million. His nose alone was 40 million. That's going with the smell thing.
That's a conk and a half.
Here, when your fart stinks, but you know everyone else smells it worse.
It's a good one.
That's like you. That one is.
Yeah, similar to mine. Yeah, great minds think
It's
alike.
very good. Shall I bring in David and Danny? Do you want to see if that works?
Sure.
See what happens. Hey, where's Danny? Oh, she's under the caption. There. I'll tell you what. I'll put me under the caption. Then it doesn't matter if you can't see me. There we go. Right. So, do you want to the next caption? This is the Harry and Meghan thing, isn't it? If anyone wants to say anything, you can shout out.
Black and white.
Yes. David mentioned it being black and white as well.
I think Prince Philip had a bigger problem, not with the picture being black and white though.
No. Yes, I know where you're going with that one. Right. Let's see what somebody else said.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go on, David. Say something.
Harry, when are you going to get that tree growing out of your arse scene too?
Hey, we like that one. Please tell me that's just lockdown weight, Meg. Do we know if she calls him Has, does he call her Meg? We know not. Bride leaves groom at the altar for homeless man. That was LS. Please tell me that's just like we've done that one, haven't we? Couple ask for privacy, then share baby bump on Instagram.
Fair point.
Yeah.
That's mine. That is
and sell the story to Oprah as well.
Well, why not? Why not? Should we do one more? Oh, we've done that one. Here we go. Look. That is Prince Charles and a horse looking at a crown.
You mean the United States used to back their currency with this?
Get in!
That's an absolute bargain. 1999.
Hey. Hey, this is good. This is working, Av.
Diana never got this far.
Ooh.
Is that too dark?
Too soon. Too soon.
I'm really worried now because I've just noticed that the guy in the background on the left seems to be giving someone really bad evils for some reason.
Yeah. They probably think they're going to pinch it. Right. My favourite one online was this one. See you when mummy dies, my precious.
Oh.
I like that one. Hey, we've come to the end of the show, people. Can I get rid of that? I can just do this, can't I? Remove. And we're all together. Look, how nice is that? Thank you so much for staying on, Danny. What time is it in Philadelphia?
It's 4:35 p.m.
4:35 p.m. Av, what time is it in no, Dave, what time is it by you?
It's 9:35 p.m.
Av, you better get this right. What time is it in Wolverhampton?
Time to go.
No, 1806. But never mind.
Okay.
But it'll work. It's fine. Okay. Thank you so much, Danny, David, Av. We'll see you all next week. Thank you so much for taking part in Hen Nights. People, tell everyone we're on every week. We've got some great acts for you next week, and I'm going to finish off myself.